You know what drives me to drink is when I have to use Internet Explorer or Firefox instead of Chrome. It just boils my blood. For example, Kyle, thank you again, my good man. He shared a link on my Facebook page, 40 Things Turning 40 in 2014, and I thought, wow, I didn't even think of using this as a topic, but it's kind of a fun one, because as I'm seeing these things, I'm realizing that, I'm very familiar with them as well. Like, growing up, obviously, if, they died out before I was 5 or 6, then I don't remember, because I was just a wee baby, a wee babish, as I would say. But the first thing that came up on the list was really interesting, because I didn't know it came out in '75. And, oh, wait a minute. Actually, this is a year older than me, because this is stuff turning 40 in 2014. I'll be turning 40 in 2015. But nonetheless, let's roll with this. Rubik's Cube. I could never do a Rubik's Cube. The only way I could do one is taking the stickers off. And I could do patterns on it and stuff like that to make it look cool, but I could never figure out the formulas and the everything that went into basically solving a Rubik's Cube. It wasn't fun for me. it just drove me crazy. Oh, look at that. Connect 4 by Milton Bradley. I've played quite a bit of that in my day. Grayson and Griffin are playing it now too. It's just kind of neat playing it with them, and it's pretty much the same thing. They haven't changed much of everything. I'm not sure if it's... I think they changed the color of the one that I have, but, everything else is still the same. Oh, what else? I'm going to have to look up 2015. Oh, yeah, Volkswagen Golf. No interest to me whatsoever. I do like Volkswagens. I owned a Jetta. Actually, this is nice. It kind of spawns other stories. The first car I had was the Pontiac T1000 that smelled like Moss Man, and we had a Mickey Mouse stereo system in there, and the brakes didn't work, and I paid $200 for it, so I was lucky I didn't die in it. My next car after that, one of my favorite cars, it would probably be a terrible gas guzzler now, but the Ford Bronco 2. It was way up off the ground, not as big as like a Bronco, but it also had the fold-down seat, so if I had to, bring gear somewhere or something like that. And it had huge open back windows, which were nice because... And by the way, this shirt, I have 2 of these. I realized I was looking at my video, library, and I'm like, oh, I wore this 2 nights ago. And then I realized, no, I didn't. I have 2 of these. One of them is in laundry right now, as a matter of fact. Anywho. Yeah, looking at those. Okay. And then the Bronco was nice, but it ended up, falling apart. It wasn't worth really kind of repairing it. So my next car was a purple Volkswagen Jetta. Jetta 3, actually. I don't know what the difference was there. I remember I went to Saturn, well, not the planet, but the dealership, and I got a cut on my Achilles tendon today. Thankfully, it didn't go too deep. I was mowing the lawn because it was nice. I'll tell you that later on. But all about my lawn mowing story because it's so fun and exciting. Anywho, yeah, it was a purple Volkswagen Jetta. I loved it because it was the perfect purple. It was like a dark purple, and I liked that, and it just fit me really well at the time. I liked that car a lot. It drove really nice. And then I moved here. Well, it doesn't matter. My point is that the Golf is turning 40 this year. Dayquil, turning 40. What's the one that people... Oh, Robitussin. Robotrippin? That's crazy. I couldn't stomach it. People, well, if you don't know what robotripping is, it's when you take an entire bottle of Tussin DM, I think. I don't know. You can correct me if you're wrong. You probably shouldn't do this. I'm not recommending this. Leave this to the experts. But you take a bottle and you drink the whole thing. And I guess things get a little crazy. I don't know. I wouldn't do that because it's gross. First of all, I couldn't swallow all of it. I'd throw it up. And two, it just seems kind of dangerous. I'm just saying. Especially if you get a 50% more bottle and you didn't realize it. Alright, let's move on here. What do we got? Bailey's. You know, see, I would have thought something like Bailey's Irish Cream would have been like hundreds of years old. Probably because it has Irish in the title. Bailey's. Actually, I don't even think it does anymore, does it? Yeah, Irish Cream. It's Irish Cream, but it's just Bailey's. So I guess Irish Cream has probably been around for a long while. We could look that up. Nah, forget it. I'm sure it's been a lot longer than Bailey's. Sorry. I like Bailey's, but I prefer my White Russians. Maybe I should start using Bailey's instead of cream. That's a little crazy. Okay, with the American typewriter. Wait a minute. Oh no, the typeface American typewriter was introduced in 1974. I knew that couldn't be right. I'm like, wait a minute, either I'm really old or that's wrong. Remember typing on a typewriter? I don't know. See, this is a great story for my kids if they watch this 20 years from now. Because I don't think any of them have ever experienced a typewriter. Even Gwen, she's 16, but I mean, I had a computer long before she was born. I had a computer in like 94, so it was 4 years that I had computers before she was even born, so I had a typewriter. I used to hate it because if you get going really good and you were too fast on the buttons, they would lock up with each other. And of course there was no backspace, so you had to white it out and go back and try to figure out where to get it in. Typewriters were just, I mean, it was all you had at one point, and then word processing, and then computers and so on and so forth, but I couldn't imagine being a writer and having to use a typewriter. Writers nowadays that are using typewriters most likely just do it to be cool because there's nothing really, I don't know, it's nice. I like the feel of a typewriter, like the memory comes back feeling a typewriter. I was never a good typist. But you don't get that with a keyboard and mouse. That's what a keyboard needed, was a mouse. What would a mouse have been in relation to time then? I don't know. I have no idea. I guess. You like that sound effect? Oh, this is the most important one. Unfortunately, it means it's 1 year older than me. It would have been nice if it had been this year that I was turning 40. Dungeons and Dragons. Man, how cool is that? Yeah, how cool is that? But I think that's pretty neat that me and D&D kind of grew up together, even if I didn't start playing until, 17 years, 16 years into life. Missed a lot of D&D, apparently. Alright, what else we got? Something bad. See, this is the reason. Chrome blocks these flash pop-up things, and I can't X out of them because there's an X there, but I don't see it, so it blocks me from moving forward. The Basic 7. Eat this way every day. The original food guide pyramid was created by Sweden's National Board of Health and Welfare in 1974 to provide a guide for foods that were cheap and nutritious. Let's see if we can find turning 40 in 40 things. Oh, no, that's things. Turning 40 in 2015. Is that something that's available to me? Well, let's look on here. Somebody put something on here. 40 is really looking good. 2015. That's the name of someone's Pinterest board here, but there's nothing jumping out of me going, this is 40. That's too bad. We'll go back to the other one. I mean, it's a year different, but whatever. Meow Mix. All you cats out there. Hope you appreciate that it's been around for 40 years. 40 years, man. I don't know. I don't like 40. I mean, I know a lot of people are just like, it's just another year. It depends on how you feel, how healthy you are, what age you really feel. How old would you be if you didn't know how old you were? It's a great quote. I don't know. I mean, there's some days that I'd say 65. There's other days where I'd say 18. You know, I feel healthy and spry. And other days I just feel so beat down. I'm just like, are you sure it's 40 and not 50? Hello Kitty, introduced in 1974. Hello Kitty's one of those things that, like, I never got it really. Like, it was, like, what is Hello Kitty? There's no TV show, right? It's just a product, or a symbol of this product, this name brand, right? Or was there cartoons? I don't know. I didn't care enough to look into it. We sell some Hello Kitty stuff in my work, but I just don't care, because it's just like, yeah, it's Hello Kitty. There's a few other characters that I like. The Choco Cat. It's cute. The Rolling Stones album, It's Only Rock and Roll, released October 16th of 1974. It was the band's 14th studio album, and they're still touring, if I'm not mistaken. Wow. I've never been a big Rolling Stones fan. Like, their hits that I've heard, a lot of them I like. You know, Red Door, Painted Black. I like that. I like the whole Sympathy for the Devil. And, you know, a lot of their hits. But I've listened to a lot of their other stuff, and I'm like, I guess that's as far as my like of the Rolling Stones go. Stones go. Stones go. Stones go. Stones go. Every time I get, like, for example, there was the night that I came up with Block of Corn, the unicorn block guy. And then a few nights ago, I think I came up with Nerdist. Nerdist is the knight that rides on the back of Block of Corn from time to time. Not all the time. And when something like Stones Ago or something pops into my head, I like to write it down. Just that, you know, that's where creativity comes from. I can't talk tonight. I have a horrible headache too. I forgot to take pills. Mowed the lawn today. It was impromptu clean day. I got up on our second floor. There's a window you can go out, and there's a porch with a railing and a banister there. And a flat roof. It's kind of neat. We would never go out there, but I tore the railing down today because it was just falling apart, and one of them during the derecho had already fallen over. It just sucked. It was horrible. So we got it off of there, and unfortunately, the wood that was attached to the house that was kind of rotten, I pulled that off, and they must have spray painted the boards on the house and not blocked the spray paint from going anywhere, because now there's these two outlines of just white spray paint around it. These people that own this house, I'd love them for to show up one day and be like, hey, we just want to check out the house. We haven't lived here in, 10 years. Because I would punch them in the face. All of them. All 11 of us kids, I'd punch them. I'd be like, line up, and you're all getting punches. Because you did some crazy-ass shit in this house. And B, you left us with liens that our title insurance never picked up on. I know I probably should have sued back in the day, but I've never sued anyone in my life. I'm not a suing person. I don't know. I should have, though. I really should have. Should have gone after the real estate agent. Should have gone after the real estate agent. I should have done it. This is the kind of night it's going to be. It's freaking hot here. It wasn't too bad mowing the lawn today, but now I don't know what it is. The heat settled in or something. I'm just beat down tonight. It's maybe a one video night, a very rare one video night. 13 minutes already though, so. Actually, I'm gonna stop this video at the beginning. I just felt like it wasn't going in anywhere. I probably should have. Just I don't sound like a moron if this is the first video somebody watches. Alright, what else? Let's move on. Number 13. Pretzel Logic and Steely Dan. Never liked Steely Dan, so I'm moving right along here. Barbra Streisand. I hate her too. Yeah, that's right. The first issue of People was published on March 4th of 1974 and is still in publication today. I don't care. Leonardo DiCaprio. He's a little older than me. Yeah, he looks way older, though. He looks like he's ancient and dying. Amy Adams, I don't even know who that is. Christian Bale. Now, I would have thought he was a little bit older, in his 40s at least. It's funny to think that he's actually just a year, not even a year. Yeah, a year and 30 days, or no, a year. 335 days older than me, or something roughly like that. I can't do math at this point. I'm tired. My brain feels like it's swelled up. And we have almost 2 acres, almost 3 acres. I can't remember. Most of it's downhill in the woods, so we don't have to worry about mowing there. But there's enough, especially on our front hill, that needs to be mowed. That's bloody murder. Thank God, or Abba. Let's thank Abba tonight. I just want to thank Abba for all the wonderful music that he gave us, and for having a powered mower. Like we have, it's not a ride-on, but it's got like an acceleration on it, so that you can actually make it pull itself. Oh, the hills here used to kill me before we had that. I remember once, the first year we were here, I think I was mowing the lawn. We ended up getting somebody to mow it, not specifically because of this reason, but I got stung 9 times in 3 days by yellow jackets. Apparently, you're supposed to wear jeans when you mow the lawn. Anywho, we've had a lot of yellow jacket nests in the ground around here. Those suck. Our dog, when it was just a puppy, Poe, she got wrapped around one of the chairs and was just digging into a yellow jacket nest, and I had no idea what was going on. We were sitting around the fire, and I was I think I was drinking a White Russian, and everybody starts freaking out and running, and like I was so like relaxed at the time, like I had no idea what was happening. This is a crazy story. I should tell it in better detail in another video, but for now I'll just say, like, Carol was trying to get Poe untangled, and she was asking for my help, so I'm like getting up, and I'm like, why are you freaking out so much? I felt bad afterwards. Then everybody gets inside. I didn't get stung. I think Carol got stung. Gwen didn't get stung. The dog got stung. Nobody else got stung. So we get everybody inside. Well, apparently, because my mother's apartment opens up to the outdoors. Well, ours does too, oddly enough. But you have to come around the house. So I remember, I think I grabbed Grayson and took him up, or somebody took Grayson up, and Griffin went into my mother's house downstairs, but I didn't know this was happening. So I got inside and nobody knew where he was. I was like, oh my God. So I run out the door, and I didn't have any shoes on, I think, so I was running on the grass instead of the concrete, but I slipped. Oh my God, and I hit my back so hard, it hurt so bad. And he wasn't out there, obviously. Thankfully he wasn't out there. But, mind you, I had a bit of a freak out, got hurt. It would have been horrible if I had just slid right into the nest. I just got stung like 20 times. Stupid bees. Well, not stupid bees, stupid yellow jackets. Sorry, bees. I didn't mean it. Looks like all of these are all just actors at this point. Actresses. Penelope Cruz, Eva Mendes, Jimmy Fallon. That's too bad. I would have liked to have seen some more products or things. Godfather Part 2. Young Frankenstein, Blazing Saddles, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The Man with Something or Other. Television. Happy Days premiered in '74. I don't know. I don't want to keep going through this. I'm going to cut this video because I don't know. I want to figure out what I really want to talk about tonight, because I don't want to talk about this stuff because I got the year wrong. It's freaking hot in here. I'm going to have to start cranking up the AC or something. I don't know what I'm going to have to do. I want to build one of these $20 ACs. Have you seen the there's a video, one of the like green sites on Facebook, like I like them, and so they post things, and it showed a video of this guy making a $20 AC out of a, well, technically it's not $20. It's a 5-gallon bucket with a styrofoam thing, and you do 1.5-inch PVC pipe coming out of it, 3 of those, and a fan on top, and you can run it off of a solar powered thing. If you do it that way, though, it's not $20. It's still not that much more expensive, and I think I do want to do that just to see how well it goes, because for $40 I could use the solar panel for something, I'm sure, or charge something. I don't know what. I'll figure it out. It's the voices. Anywho, thanks for coming by tonight. I'm hopefully going to do another one that's a little bit better than this one. I just need something to talk about. I feel like I haven't had a lot lately. I've just gotten lucky on subjects. Like last night I had a lot of fun. The 2, 3, 4 videos I did, I just had a lot of fun with them. So if you guys are liking this, please subscribe. And if you know anybody that might be interested in it, please ask them to check it out as well. You know, share it if you wouldn't mind. That'd be great. If not, no big deal. I know a lot of you guys have. And yeah, so let's don't forget to make somebody smile tomorrow. 1, 2, 3, 4 people, I don't care. As many as you can. And report back to me immediately. My mouth is broken and stupid. And let's make this world spin a little happier together, okay? So have a great night. I'm not promising another one tonight after this disastrous catastrophe. But if so, then maybe I'll see you in a few. And if not, then I'll see you the next time on the road to 40, which will be, this is 38, so 39. We're almost on 40. I guess it's not really that profound, though. Alright. Have a great night, guys, and I will talk to you later.